Today I will introduce the function block and the function in 6V series. And also I want to say, even though our training topic is about RX6V series, but 6S and A500 series PLC is also suitable for this training topic because they use same software and all supports function block and ST language. Okay, now let's start. First, this is the definition about function and function block. First point, both these two is command program brackets, which how to say, it's just like some subroutine. We make some subroutine program and define some input and output and make them to be a program block. And in main program, we can call this program block and use them. So it can make our program more clearly, and it can reduce our time to develop our project. And the second point is the difference between function block and function. In function block, there is an existence data block as a structure area to keep the internal status. How to understand? It means in function block, some value may be related to time or something. Every time when we call this function block, the function block can keep its internal variable value. So, but for function, every time when we call the function, the internal value can't keep internal variable can't keep its value. So it means with the same input of function block, we may get the different outputs because of the different internal value. But for function, with the same input, we will always get the same output. It's the mainly difference between function and function block. And the third point, in function block, we can use another custom function block to program. But and in function we can code another function or another function block. And the last is a function block is usually suitable for some complex control, but for function is mainly to used for some simple data processing tasks. And in our 6V, we have about more than 80 built-in function block. Here, including counter and timer, encoder axis control, EtherCAT axis control, and EtherCAT communication, SDO read and write, and the Modbus RTU communication. This is the built-in function block in 6V. How to create how to use the function block? It's only 3 tabs. First, in this in the top menu, here we can click this symbol or this symbol, these two. We can click these two symbols to insert the program block in our project, and then we click this button, 3 points, to enter this input helper, and we can select built-in function block, or custom function block to use. And the last here, we select the function. Okay, so here, after we select the function block, we will get this window. And here we need to set the type, set the type of this function block. Because for after we created a function block, we need to assign an independent data area, data space for this function block uh, to store its internal value. So here, for the function block, we need to name it. For example, this function block is CTG, and here we need to set one name for it. And here I set this name, use 0 to for it. And after name the function block, we need to configure the range. Here you can see we have two range. VAR means this function block name can only be used in current program page. And if we set the range as a global, it means we can use this function block in all our program page. And here, why we need to name the function block? Because, for example, we have 5 axes need to control, and for each axis we need to use MC power function block to enable axis. But if we need to set 5 different name of the MC power function block, and each one used to control one axis. And here have a video. This is one built-in function block CTD. This function block is used countdown counter. And here, when you put your mouse on the input or output parameter, you can see the supported data type here. For example, this PV is data word. So here we need to create a variable and set its type as word. So then we can use we can bind that variable to this PV input. Here we can create the variable first and then select it in function block, or you can directly enter the variable name in function block, and then the PLC will. Oh, sorry. If you directly create the variable in function block, we will get this window, and you can directly click OK. So it will create the variable automatic. Now let's have a view about how this function block works. And also for the variable, here have initial value. You can set the initial value here. Uh, okay, so here our target value is 5, and the current value is also 5. And every time when this function block gets the input signal in CD, the current value will reduce 1. And when its value achieves 0, we will get an output signal Q. For the details about this function block, we can check it in menu. So we can continue to the next part. And here is the built-in function. In 6V, we have more than 450 built-in function block, and uh, including this the 4 type. Yes. And here we have many built-in function about this variable conversion instruction. For example, convert bool type to byte type, convert bool type to long word type, and so on. And here I will create a built-in function. Select the first one, AB, a built-in function block, built-in function ABS. And you can see here we don't need to name the function, and also we don't need to set the type of the function, because for function they will always have the same how to say, same function. Yes, same function with different. Set input and output. This function block is used. This function is used uh, get the absolute value of the input when it is uh, negative value. Here we will convert it to a positive value, -4, and get 4, 10 to get 10. Okay. So so now I will introduce the custom function block and the custom function. Here, the steps to create the custom function block. In our project management, here we have a function block. We right click and we will right click new to get this function block page. And in function block page, we uh, complete our program and configure the variable types. Here have a very simple function block used to calculate the sum of the value of A, B, and D. So here we have totally 5 variables in our function block, and we have 3 inputs. A, B, and D is our input variable, and then result E is our output variable. So here we configure A, B, and D as input inputs simple, and E as output symbol. And after creating this function block in our main program, we insert the program block and select the built-in function block. And now you can see for this function block, we have 3 input and 1 output. And next step, we need to create each variable and bind it to the input and output of our function block. Here, the data type of the input variable is depends on on your function block. If in your function block, the input is word type, then in main program, we need to bind word type data to the function block. Okay, so here we get uh, the sum outputs of three inputs. And here we can compare the difference between function and the function block. Here I write totally same program in function and the function block. You can see add add one to variable a and get and store it in variable a. And in main program, I insert this to program block. And in front of these two program block, I insert this 1 second clock. And now we can see for the output value a in function block it will uh, increase 1 every 1 second. But for function, the output is always value 1, because every time when we call the function block, the value of a will keep its last value, so it will increase. But for function, the value of a can't keep its last value. So every time when we call this function, the value of a is always 0 and add 1 to get one output. So this is the difference between function and the function block. And here I created another two. One is function and another one is function block. We can check it. And today our homework is I will give you some question, and you need to create a custom function block or function to calculate it. First one is the temperature conversion between these two, and this is the function look like very easy, and then we can check it by its temperature. Okay. And the inputs are here. Here is the temperature conversion between these two units, and this mode is used to change the direction. For example, convert from this temperature to F to C, or convert from C to F. And for now, it's worked on a change from C to F. Set input as 10 and get the output. And here now we change the direction. Okay, so this is a very simple function used to convert the temperature between different units. And the second function block is used to calculate this one, uh, this form, and we can check inside. Here I created uh, this function block with ST language because for ST language it's more easily to realize this calculation. If I use LD later language to write this part, it will take many lines. Okay, so we can first check it works or not. First, if A and B is all zero, here we will have no uh, variable x. So we get an output uh, equation. The equation doesn't hold. And now let's add this variable to our variable window. Here we set A as 1 and set B as 5, set C as 2. Right. Now we get uh, two results of this equation, and we can check it's correct or not with the first one. Uh, Sorry. Hmm. Okay, so this is our result. It's almost zero because here for this result I didn't use I only use first four number. So here have for the calculate result have a little error. And also here, if we set A as 0, and it will output we have one real roots, and the value is negative 0.4. Okay. And also if the value of B is very small, here we will get another result. This form have no real roots. And how do you switch the program? Uh, here, here we can when we created the program, we can set it is language ST or LD, and also when we created function block, we can also set it is type ST or LD. Yeah, so we can change it. And also here we for the function and function block, it support import and export. So you can so here I can export this function block and open another project and import the function block and to use it. And also uh, here uh, we created a ST program and created uh, one function block. For example, MC power. Okay, here. So here in a project, we can use the uh, function block name and add one point. Then here we can uh, define define the input terminal. For example, this means we set the enable input of this function block as true, just like this. Here we have this input and output of this function block. So this is same with this. Okay, so this is our today's content about custom function and custom function block. Do you have any question? Yes, you are right. For ST language, you can use AI. You can give your how to say give your question to AI, and the AI can give you the answer about ST language. This is one advantage of ST language because almost ST language is a standard language between different brands, but for LD is different. For example, for same function, different brands may have different instruction name.
I've got a question.
Yeah,
In the last assignment, you asked us to set variable C to the subscript of array A,
yeah.
knowing that A is a bool array, while C is an integer, and the array has the same structure. So, how an integer can be inside a bool array?
I will create a new. I'll show you. Wait.
Yes.
This I means, for example, here we created one. Uh, this and another CS input in this one because for area, for example, here we can, if we want to use area 0, we can input like this, and also we can like input like this. Uh, Here we can insert C here. So here, if we can change the value of this this area by changing the value of the variable c. So if here I set c as 0, these two is
Okay,
same. Yeah.
C is a global variable. It can be like that.
Sorry,
C is a global variable.
global
So
value. Yeah,
yes,
you can
it
also
can a global variable control an array?
see set. You can see here, you can select each as global value.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, so for others, if you have no question, I will introduce our next training contents and give time to Molly. This is our next training. Next training, we will introduce Modbus RTU, TCP, and free tech protocol. Here, the Modbus communication in 6V series is different with 5 series or 3 series. So I suggest you to join the uh, next training to see how this Modbus communication used.